Hi, my name is Rosa Morales, and I am in charge of the work experience program for the summer for the migrant students.
Great. So describe the services that you provide to English learners.
To English learners, we assign a tutor that has been vetted and to make sure that he or she is well qualified to help and translate for the students. So we assign a tutor for each class where we know there's a need where there are English learners, especially there are some that just got here from Southern or America or Mexico.
Great. What is the vetting process like for the tutors?
Vetting, well, the migrant program tracks the students from the time they become migrant students. They've been they are tracked. They are brought into the office to be interviewed, assess their grades, make sure they are on track to graduate. Once we see that we have those students that are high achievers and we're English language learners but have to sit out, that's how we vet them to make sure that they are ready to be tutors over the summer.
Great. How are ELs supported throughout the school year and then specifically at the summer school?
Okay. Throughout the year, the students are,
Sorry. How are they supported, the ELs,
They're
through
supported-
the summer? I mean the school year.
They're supported by the self-test, and also you have people coming in, and there's different departments. So the migrant program, which is where I work right now, is one department, but we also have the ELD department. Yeah. So for that one, they have the self-test, and they bring in also the students in. They interview them, make sure they have the support needed so they can pass the self-test. So there's remediation if they have not passed the self-test.
Awesome. How does the scheduling work with the tutors and the class time during the summer?
During the summer, the tutors are in the classroom at the same time as the students and the teachers are. So they basically have the teacher's schedule, which is from 8 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. And then we also have tutors in the elementary school, which is from 7:45 a.m. to 12:45 p.m. And we also have tutors during the school year, but that's more an after-school program where tutors are there from 3 to 4 and students just come in as needed.
Awesome. Can you talk more about the night schooling as well and the training for the tutors?
Yes. So in the evenings we have classes because a lot of our ELs are migrant students as well, which means sometimes they go and work out in the agriculture business. So then we have that option, that way they can catch up with their schoolwork and do the work they need to do to support their families. So in the evenings they have from 6:30 to 9:30 p.m. they have classes just like they do in the daytime. And it ranges from econ to English to math. And we have tutors assigned. We have about 3 tutors at the moment for summer school assigned to the whole evening program. They're smaller classes and they're fewer classes. So 3 tutors tend to just circulate between classes as needed.
Awesome. So how do the tutors exactly support the general education teachers in the classroom over summer? How do they support them? Then how do they support the EL students? And what is their training in order to help support the classroom?
Their training is, all of the students, where we place them, they're placed very meticulously. So we make sure they have taken those classes and passed them successfully in order to place them in certain classrooms. And they are moved around throughout the summer. That way they're the best fit. And the direct training there is, we have workshops over the summer for the tutors where we model certain pedagogical theories with them. We model them for them, and then they ask questions and they're able to see how they learn and how others learn.
Awesome. What are other resources, if you know of, for ELs, specifically during the summer, since it seems like the migrant program is really, is taking on a lot of the support services over the summer. I was just wondering if you knew of any other EL services over the summer.
Over the summer, well, the tutors also help the gen ed teachers translate a lot of things. So all the migrant students that are tutors are also fluent in Spanish. So they're able to translate one-on-one with the student, or if the teacher needs them to translate tests or translate worksheets, they're able to do that.
Is any other, besides the migrant program, are there any other organizations that give services to ELs over the summer?
Over the summer, no. No, since there's so fewer students. But during school year, we do have the ELD program, which also monitors the students as well as the migrant program.
Great. So yeah, it really seems like they fill a very specific need over the summer that might not be met if the migrant program wasn't here.
Yeah.
And then can you just tell a little bit more about the migrant program, like when it started and what its philosophy is, or its kind of history is at San Benito High School?
I'm not exactly sure when it started at San Benito High School, but I do know that they focus on students that come from families that tend to move around following the agriculture, the harvesting. A lot of them do not have stable homes. Some of them live in tent cities, which since I started working here a year ago, I just recently found out there's still tent cities. And certain people from the migrant program go into the fields and actually deliver backpacks to students, socks, toothbrushes, blankets, anything they might need. And they also there's a certain questionnaire they ask the students whenever they come into the office, which is, do you have food? If they don't have food, we do have snacks for them. So part of the migrant program is we feed them. So we give them a breakfast and lunch guaranteed in the school year and in the summer. And then also we make sure they've gone to the dentist. If they haven't and they don't have access to a dentist, we make the appointment for them, and the migrant scholarship or fund pays for it. And we also have the same thing for the optometrist. So they're able to get dental vision coverage, as well as if they cannot, because a lot of them are illegal immigrants, so they do not get Medicaid. So we that funding goes to that, for feeding and medical needs of the students and the overall well-being. We also provide them with notebooks, pencils, pens, highlighters, anything they might need to be successful in the school, both summer and regular school year.
Yeah, you guys fill a really great need. I was wondering too, where does some of the funding come from, if you know of, for the migrant program, and just other ways of people getting involved, donating, or also, if there's any fundraising, like benefits or
not that I know of. I think it's just a fund. So we have a set amount of money per year, per school year, depending on the amount of migrant students we have. It's just like the students in a classroom. It's per student that's in the classroom, the same as each student that qualifies in the migrant program. It's the same thing. So if we have, I believe right now there are about 400 migrant students. So we get funding for each student, and from there we can allocate and change the funding depending on the need of each student.
Great. That's about it. Is there anything else you would like to touch on?
No, I believe I've covered it all.
Okay. Thank you for this interview.